The farthest thing humanity has ever sent into space has been traveling for almost half a century. Voyager 1 launched in 1977. It flew past Jupiter, then Saturn, then crossed the edge of the solar system. Today, it is more than 24 billion kilometers away. That sounds impossibly far. But here's the strange part. Even after all that time, Voyager still hasn't put one full day of light between itself and Earth. A radio signal still takes less than 24 hours to reach it. Not a year, not a month, just a single day of light. Which means humanity's greatest interstellar traveler has spent almost 50 years, and it hasn't even crossed one light day. And that's where the real question begins. Because if a single day of light is already that huge, then what exactly is a light year? To understand why astronomers use light years, you first have to understand how fast light really is. Light moves at about 300,000 kilometers per second. That's so fast that in just 1 second, light could circle the entire Earth more than 7 times. Blink. In that moment, light has already wrapped around the planet again, and again, and again. On Earth, nothing even comes close. Light feels almost unfairly fast. But space has a way of humiliating speed. Let's start somewhere familiar. The Moon, our nearest cosmic neighbor. It sits about 384,000 kilometers away. That sounds far. But on cosmic scales, it's practically touching us. Even so, light still needs about 1.3 seconds to travel that distance. So, imagine an astronaut standing on the Moon. They wave at Earth. You wouldn't see that wave instantly. You'd see it more than a second later. Even our closest neighbor is not quite live. Now move out just a little farther. The Sunday, the star that lights every day of your life. It sits about 150 million kilometers away. Light leaving the sun needs about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach Earth. Which means something strange is happening right now. The sunlight on your skin left the sun 8 minutes ago. You are never seeing the sun as it is right now. You are seeing what it looked like minutes in the past. Distance has quietly turned into delay. And we still haven't even left the inner solar system. Travel farther out, past Mars, past the asteroid belt, past the giant planets, out toward the frozen darkness where Pluto orbits. Here, sunlight is already 5.5 hours old. Even communication starts to feel slow. When NASA's New Horizons spacecraft flew past Pluto in 2015, signals between Earth and the probe took over 9 hours each way. Ask a question, wait hours, then finally hear the answer. And yet, even here, we are still inside our own cosmic backyard. The real shock comes when we leave the solar system. The closest star beyond the Sun is Proxima Centauri. It is about 4.25 light-years away. That number sounds abstract, but think about what it actually means. Light itself, the fastest thing in the universe, needs over 4 years to make that trip. If you sent a message to Proxima at the speed of light, you wouldn't get the fastest possible reply for more than 8 years. You could ask a simple question, and the universe would answer, almost a decade later. In space, even nearby, still means years. Now zoom out again, because stars don't exist alone. They live inside galaxies. Our home galaxy, the Milky Way, contains hundreds of billions of stars, and it stretches roughly 100,000 light-years across. Imagine traveling at the speed of light itself. Even then, crossing our galaxy would take 100,000 years. That's longer than the entire history of human civilization. Empires would rise, languages would evolve, civilizations might disappear, and the light-speed traveler still wouldn't be halfway across. At that scale, even light begins to feel slow. But galaxies are not the end of the story. Look up on a dark night. You might see a faint fuzzy patch in the sky. That patch is the Andromeda Galaxy. It is about 2.5 million light-years away. The light entering your eyes tonight left Andromeda 2.5 million years ago. Back then, the earliest human ancestors were only just beginning to walk upright on Earth. That means when you look at Andromeda, you are seeing a galaxy as it existed long before modern humans. Astronomy isn't just about distance. It's about time. The farther we look, the farther back into history we see. The night sky is not a live broadcast. It is a delayed archive of the universe. And then comes the final leap. The largest scale we can observe at all. The observable universe. It stretches about 93 billion light-years across. That number sounds impossible. After all, the universe itself is only about 13.8 billion years old. So how can the visible universe be larger than 13.8 billion light-years? Because space itself has been expanding the entire time light was traveling toward us. While that light was crossing the universe, the universe kept stretching, carrying galaxies farther away. Which means what we can see today forms a kind of cosmic bubble around us. Everything inside that bubble is visible because its light has had time to arrive. Everything beyond it may exist, but its light has never reached us, and maybe never will. Which brings us back to the strange idea that started this whole journey. A light year. It sounds like a simple unit. Just the distance light travels in a year, about 9.46 trillion kilometers. But that definition hides something deeper. The light year exists because the universe is so large that ordinary distance stops making sense. Kilometers fail, miles fail, even intuition fails. So astronomers borrowed the fastest thing they know, light itself, and used it as a measuring stick. But even that stick feels small when you hold it up against the universe. Because space is so vast that even light cannot make it feel immediate. And that leads to one final realization. When you look up at the night sky, you are not seeing the universe as it is right now. You are seeing whatever has had time to reach you. Moonlight that left a second ago. Sunlight that left minutes ago. Starlight that left centuries ago. Galaxies whose light began its journey millions, or billions, of years in the past. The universe we observe is not the universe as it is. It is the universe as it arrives. A vast delayed record carried to us by light. And that is what a light year really reveals. Not just how far space is, but how long reality itself takes to reach us.